This is David Stubbs, and I'm the author of Race in Both Worlds at davidjstubb.com. Uh, I would listen to this creator. Her name is Denise Jules, and she tell weird stories about the medical industry, ER, hospice, you know, extreme care patients. And she said something that caught my attention. Even though I was raised in both worlds since I was 4 years old, and I'm in my 60s now, I still get fascinated by other people's stories. Now, Denise was telling a story about a guy named Drew. You know, he see extreme patients and stuff, kind of like on their last leg, right? And as Drew going to this one patient room, the guy basically was in a brain dead or whatever, you know. Man. Drew could always hear people talking, and when he go in there, he just see shadow flashing, you know, and just thought maybe it will, just like you see a shadow in the corner of your eye, you know. And Drew say when you go in that room, it's always hot, no matter how cold that hospital was. That room be hot, and it just you can feel the thickness in the air, right? And he will always conscientious about going to that room because he know you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy, you know. And I'd have been in that situation thousands of times. And Drew say one day he went in there, and the guy was looking at the foot of his bed. The guy eyes open up. Remind you, this guy is comatose. His eye open up, and he's looking at the end of the bed like he see a ghost. Drew say he looked out the corner of his eye, and he could see the shadow in the image of a man with a top hat. The mysterious top hat. I'd have had many battles with this guy. But what caught my attention, Drew said one day he was in a room checking a man, checking a machine, make sure everything would work. The machine went flat. Drew called the nurse immediately. But by then the guy was dead. And Drew seen Top Hat dragging the guy soul across the floor. And Drew said Top Hat did that laugh like you always do with me. Ha 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 ha! If you don't change your ways, I'll be coming for you next. And that caught my attention. And I know it was true. Because 60 years I've been battling Top Hat. He the only shadow person that talk and laugh and is scared of living heebie-jeebies out of you. Just imagine you in your bed and you see a big shadow with a man with a hat on. Sometimes they have a tuxedo. Some people call him tuxedo. Some people call him Top Hat. But Top Hat is the main one I'm scared of because he's the more powerful one. But Denise opened up my eyes. I never saw Top Hat as a reaper. Now, according to this story, Top Hat is also a reaper. But Top Hat may be the reaper for real bad peoples. Because when my angel died in my arms, it was 7 reapers come and got her. You know, the one with the black hood and a sickle bar. They come got her. But he said Top Hat got that man sold. And he's also said that Top Hat kept saying he come to collect. So now I see Top Hat in a whole different way. But if I can remember since I was 13, I felt that when people die in their sleep, and most of the time they die with their eyes open, and they look like they seen a ghost and they be dead. And I used to tell myself, that Top Hat, that the shadow people killed them. And now in my old age, they're not shadow people no more. They human just like us. Like the last time, one day I was looking at TV. I encountered one and it shocked the hell out of me. They were coming out my TV. I'm wide awoke, ain't on drugs, don't drink no more. And I'm like, I wasn't shocked. Because I've been dealing with these things my whole life. But I never saw them come out of TV. And they looked as solid as you and me. And they just ran through the wall. When they come out that TV, they just ran. But like a month later, I was under the cover on Facebook, like I always do. I was writing my books. I write all my books on my cell phone, and I was writing on Facebook with the cover over my head, wide awoke, and it jumped on me. You know, and I'm trying to pull the cover from my head, and he trying to poke my eyes, so I'm poking his eyes, and I moved the cover. It was a solid shadow person, the same one I saw through that TV. It looked like it got the Spider-Man uniform on, but all black. Like an all black stocking over his body. And me and them just a fighting, and I finally overpowered it. You know, by saying scriptures. You know, what my angel taught me when I'm dealing with evil entities. It basically say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. You keep saying that to yourself until you get enough strength to talk. Because when you show fear, they get more powerful. They drain your energy. That's what they want. Your certain type of energy they want to stay relevant in both worlds. But when you show no fear, it reverses. You get the power. And they get weaker. And then when I get strong enough, I started saying out loud, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ in the blood of the Lamb. And he got weak. Then when I overpowered him, roll him over, right? Now here comes the weird part. After the battle was over with, I got up, went to the refrigerator to get me something cold to drink. And boom, he grabbed me from behind. We at it again in the kitchen. So I'm saying, man, won't you go find somebody to play with, man, before I hurt you? Because I keep knifing and guns on my wheelchair. So I was saying to myself, boy, as I were in my wheelchair, I'd mess him up. But when I come from the kitchen, I sat down on the couch where I sleep at, and I realized, hey man, you were out of the body. You ain't got both of your legs. You can't walk. You were out of body in a parallel dimension. And I done been in the parallel dimension like hundreds of times. It look just like where you at. It's just another dimension, a whole different journey. But you in the same dimension, the same house, the same people. except for you got certain type of power, certain type of reality, which you don't have on Earth. But yes, Top Hat is the only shadow person I ever heard talk, and that what got my attention. And now I realize that they can, they probably reapers, like Drew say. And that's a new one on me. And you learn something new every day. Thank you, and God bless.